said I was overreacting, so I ruined his wedding. The day Ethan proposed to another woman was the day I realized I had been dating a professional liar. And no, I didn't find out by accident. He told me, while still sleeping in my bed. Let me start from the beginning. I met Ethan when I was 24. He had this calm, intelligent vibe, the I've been hurt before personality that makes you want to love him extra carefully. And I did, for 4 years. 4. He always said he didn't believe in rushing marriage, said men need to be financially stable first, said love alone wasn't enough. And because I wanted to be mature, supportive, different from other girls, I agreed. I stayed when he lost his job, I paid for dates, I transferred money when he was short. I even helped him start a small business. Not because he forced me, but because he would sigh and say, I feel like less of a man when I can't provide. And I didn't want him to feel small. Meanwhile, anytime I mentioned marriage, he'd smile and say, Nora, relax, why are you in a rush? I wasn't in a rush. I was just 28 and tired of building with someone who wasn't building with me. But according to him, I was pressuring him. Then last year, things changed. He started hiding his phone, taking calls in the bathroom, turning the screen away from me. When I asked, he said I was insecure. You always assume the worst. I started doubting myself. Maybe I was paranoid. Maybe trauma was making me dramatic. Then one night, he fell asleep beside me, phone unlocked, and I saw it. A message from someone saved as M. Hart. I can't wait to officially be Mrs. Cole. Mrs. Cole? My heart stopped. I scrolled. Pictures of rings, wedding venue discussions, family introductions. He had proposed 3 weeks earlier, while still coming to my house every weekend, while still telling me he wasn't ready for marriage, while still letting me pay for groceries. I didn't cry. I felt cold. The next morning I asked calmly, Who is M? He froze. Then he did the most unbelievable thing. He got angry. Why were you going through my phone? That was his concern, not the engagement, the privacy. I laughed. You proposed to someone else. He sighed like I was exhausting. It's not that simple. Oh, really? He said his family liked her, said she came from a stronger background, said it would help him level up. And then he said something I will never forget. You know I love you, but this one makes sense long term. Makes sense. So I was emotion, she was investment. I stared at him and realized something terrifying. He didn't think I would leave. He thought I would understand. He thought I loved him enough to accept crumbs. So I asked, When is the wedding? He blinked. Next month. I nodded, and I walked away. For 3 weeks, I didn't fight, I didn't cry in front of him, I acted calm, cooked dinner, smiled, let him think I was processing. But I was preparing. You see, Ethan owed me money. A lot of money. Transfers from when he was struggling, business capital, rent support, emergency funds, all documented. So on the morning of his traditional introduction ceremony, I sent everything. Screenshots, bank transfers, voice notes of him promising repayment. I sent it to him, to his fiancé, and to her older brother, with one message. Since you're marrying for stability, let's address your outstanding debts. The chaos that followed? Unmatched. Apparently, her family believed he was financially secure, responsible, independent. They didn't know I funded half his life. The introduction was canceled that same day. His fiancé blocked him. Her family demanded repayment before proceeding with anything. Ethan called me screaming, You've destroyed everything. For the first time in 4 years, I screamed back. You destroyed it when you decided I was temporary. He called me bitter, petty, said I could have handled it privately. Privately, like how he privately built a whole engagement behind my back? Now mutual friends are divided. Some say I went too far, some say I should have just left quietly, some say revenge isn't classy. But here's what I know. If I stayed silent, he would have married her and still kept me on the side. So tell me honestly, am I the asshole for exposing the man who tried to turn me into his backup plan?